And I need to let you go in peace and live your life. Hi guys, and welcome back. Yes, after 3 years since I posted on this channel, but I am happy to be back. If any of you guys know me from my vlogging channel, I have posted videos up over there within this 3-year frame. So I've been busy with that, with just swirling in Vegas, but also just day-to-day life, work, all those good things. And so I was thinking, no, I am ready. I'm ready to start posting videos back up on my channel. So here we are, and of course we have to do a mukbang. So today we have the king crab legs, you guys. So we're going to get started on these because I don't want them to get cold or anything. If you guys saw my mukbang over on Swirling in Vegas, I tried some of the snow crab legs for the very first time. And so that was quite eventful because I had never eaten crab legs at all. And so that was my first time. And so I was thinking to myself, wow, it was just such little meat in there that I was thinking, I want to try the king crab legs. Good. So as you guys can see, I have my king crab legs. Look at these things. This is what. Now I did not get these from the place that I was looking into was online called Maine Lobster, I believe, but I didn't get these from there. I got these actually from Costco, and they were a lot cheaper than that Maine Lobster place. So I have these. I'm gonna go ahead and make a thumbnail. Let's see, get this claw in here. You guys hear the dogs barking. Let's see if we can. Let's see. Okay, so I was very excited to try these because they are like huge and offer a lot of meat. The other thing though I wanted to make my comeback video on was about the you know, you guys know I enjoy reading. I absolutely love reading, and the book that I finished probably at the end of last year, and I just absolutely love. I've read it now, I believe, 3 different times. I absolutely love, highly recommend this book. It's called, and it's really kind of the motivator and what kind of inspired me to start making videos again on my this thing. This is like really, what do you call it, spiky or something. Ooh, wee. Oh, sometimes I like it. I got my good butter here, you guys. Yes. Ooh. That is so freaking good. So I know y'all like, get to it. The book. The book that inspired me to start putting videos back up on my channel. The thing about when you're vlogging, you know, you need all the participants, right? You need all the people involved, you know, the family, right, to vlog. I don't know if I'm supposed to be using this for this, you guys. I just have all these utensils for crab legs, and it came in the pack. And so I'm just using whatever that will get the meat out of here for me, right? Make it easier, not hard. Whatever works for you, works for you. So don't y'all come in the comment section talking about, that's not what you use that for. That's what I'm using it for. So the book that I read that really, you know, when you're vlogging, you have to have, you know, all the people, you know, on your channel, you know, there, because that's what people come to see, right? They come to see the family. And so if all of us are not present, and Gary is getting older, where he doesn't really like being in front of the camera like that often, you know, and you know, I'm all about respecting people's wishes. And so he's not really about getting in front of that camera like that. So, you know, so he's not into vlogging. And so when you're vlogging, it doesn't really work, right? If our participants are not present. So I read this book. It's by Matthew McConaughey. Oh God, it's called Green Lights. I already thought that I liked Matthew McConaughey. If you all already kind of like Matthew McConaughey, you have got to read this book. I suggest that you listen to it on Audible, because he narrates it. Oh, he does such an amazing job. Oh my God, he does such an amazing job. Like, I did not know like how funny Matthew McConaughey is. And the way it's, the book, let me go back. The book is called Green Lights, and it's basically like a memoir. But, you know, he even starts off the book by saying, you know, hey, this is not, you know, a self-help book and all this kind of thing. This is just basically stories from my life. Basically, if you get something out of it and you can learn something from it, great. But this is just, you know, a story of my life and different accounts and different things that have happened in my life. And oh my God. Just this, y'all, I had to get over this whole thing. This crab leg thing, it doesn't matter how you do it. Look at this meat. Look at how big that meat is. This is why I want to do the king crabs, you guys. This is a lot of meat. Oh my God. Oh my God. And sweet. And good. So it's just basically an account of all these different things that have happened. And he's basically just like in his life. And he's basically telling these different stories from before he was born, to the time he was born, to when he was a small kid, to a teenager, to his 20s and 30s. You guys, it is so good. I read it. I have the actual book. And then I want to listen to it on Audible. So I got it on Audible. And I've listened to it on Audible 3 times. That's how good this book is. Funny, but inspiring. Oh, so inspiring. And it inspired me to want to start making videos on my channel here, personal videos, because I'm also in the process of journaling and basically like writing my book too. Of different things that have happened to me. Not to publish, but to leave behind for my kids. so that they always have something that they can always go back to. And so when I started writing and going back to the beginning of Tracy, I was thinking, wow, this is awesome and this is amazing, right? But I was also thinking, I want this in video form, right? I want to also be able to leave behind, you know, videos for my kids to actually hear me talking about, you know, and see me talking about different things that have happened to me. I think I've lived a very full life. I've taken a lot of risks. I've always been a very curious person. I've always liked to challenge myself. Speaking of challenge, I'm going to come back to, I mentioned this on the other channel, but, you know, why I stopped drinking and gave up alcohol. But I love to challenge myself. I love to do new and interesting things. I just absolutely love it. That's just my personality. I'm just a very curious person by nature. And as a result, I've had a lot of awesome stories. Excuse me. I have a lot of stories. I have a lot of things that have happened that I can look back on and just like, oh wow, you know, I have had a very fun and entertaining life. Even things that may not have been at the time, I didn't look at them as, you know, oh, this is a good thing. But in retrospect, in hindsight, I can look back and say, that was a life lesson. I learned a lot from that. And I love that. And I want to be able to, you know, share that not only with my kids, but also my YouTube family. So, in Green Lights, Matthew McConaughey's book, he talks about basically green lights are like all, just like, you know, when you're driving, it's like all these like goals, you know, rites of passage and, you know, different just, you know, kind of like things that when they occur, you see them as, you know, very positive, and they're green lights, right? They're great things. But he also talks about how things that we may see as red lights, right? Or yellow lights, warnings, how those, in his life, he was saying, you know, how he can look back and see those red lights and yellow lights and how they turned into green lights, right? The yellow lights, the warnings, the red lights, the stops, are not so good things, but how looking back on them, they turned out to be really good things for his life. So that just really, oh my God, I cannot talk about this book enough. You guys have just got to get it. It is absolutely amazing. Oprah interviewed him as well on this book. Love this book. So I'm going to start making videos, and not only am I going to have a written version of my life events and life stories, but also where'd the little fork thing go? I had this little fork thing. But also have a video documentary of my life and things that I've experienced or gone through. So I'm inviting you guys along for the ride, right? And so what I plan to do and what I hope to do is to put up a video maybe once a week. And there'll be a combination of my mukbangs that I completely enjoy doing, as with story time, as well as just sit down, you know, and chit chat story times, or about different books that I've read. So many different books I want to talk to you guys about. So since it's been so long, I gotta catch you guys up, right? I gotta catch y'all up. So, I mean, look at this meat, y'all. I mean, big ow! So I gotta catch y'all up. So, at the beginning of this year, we all know 2020, just the whole year tragic. So even with the lockdown, I mean, just wasn't much going on for anybody, and neither for me, just working. But at the start of this year, I really wanted to get back to focusing in on me, thus, you know, my videos, but also cleansing, not just physically, but mentally. I really started my journey hard. I mean, I hit the pavement hard at the first of the year, you know, with meditating. I meditate every day, every single day, in the morning and at night, without fail, every day. So when I started meditating, I was like, you know what? I just want to cleanse everything, right? All the toxins. I found it just to be so enjoyable, so relaxing. I just felt so renewed. If you guys have never meditated, look into it. You guys have got to look into it. Get into a quiet place. Get into your Zen place. Just become one with yourself. Very relaxing, very helpful for me. So it also helped me, the meditation helped me with realizing how many toxic things that I had in my life that in the past I didn't see as toxic. Toxic people that I had in my circle or close to me that I didn't really at the time see them as toxic. You know how you can have like a very maybe close friend or even a co-worker or hell, even family members that you've just been around so long that you know that it's not, the relationship is not all the way positive or even helpful for you, all right? It's not beneficial for you. But because you've been doing it for so long, hell, this could even be a significant other, right? Because you've been in it so long, though, that's kind of all you've known, and you've just grown accustomed to it. And so you just start to think that it's the norm, and that's just how it should be. It was like that. It was like people that I was around that I knew did not give me positive energy, didn't give me positive vibes. If I got on the phone with them, I just felt kind of bad, or, you know, like just not good. They were kind of just negative energy. And even some of the people, I would even go so far as to say, may not have even known. Some people, they know that they just gossipy as hell, and they know that, you know, that their only intent is to stir up shit and start drama. Yeah, I know these people. They know exactly what they're doing. Not those people, but sometimes you can have people in your life where they may not even be aware that they ooze stop. They may not be aware, that's the dogs, that they ooze negativity, right? They may not be aware of it. They may not even be doing it intentionally, okay? But it is what it is. I can even go so far as to say they may not be aware of it. They may not be doing it intentionally, you know, as far as bringing their negative vibe and negative energy around you. And they may even have a positive vibe and positive energy around other people. It's just that you guys' relationship, you guys' interaction can be toxic for some reason, for whatever it is. Maybe it's something you're giving off, maybe it's something they're giving, but for whatever the reason is, you guys' relationship with each other can just kind of be negative. And so, you know, I had people in my life like that who, for years, I was trying to make it right and kind of set it straight. And in 2021, I just said, I'm done. I'm done. This does not benefit me at all, right? Some people are going to see you how they want to see you, right? Especially if they've known you for a very long time. Especially if they've known you since you were a kid or a teenager or 20 years, you know, they have an image of you. And this is what I had to get my mind around. They have an image of you that they are not even willing. They don't want that image to change, right? So like, no matter how hard you work at, like, maybe getting their approval, or stop it, Roxy. Like, no matter how hard you work at getting their approval, or getting them to see you as this new you, right? They actually don't want to, right? They don't want to see you as your new and improved self, right? They don't want to see you as this successful person. For whatever the reasons they may have. But they may not even be aware of the fact that they are closed off to seeing your success and seeing you as this new person, because they're so used to, and they've already boxed you in their mind of who they think you are, what they think you'll do, what they think you will or won't achieve, things like that, right? And so when 21 started, I just had gotten to a point where I just said, you know what? I'm releasing all toxicity. I don't want any parts of it, right? It was just like, but it wasn't about anger. It wasn't about, you know, me, you know, feeling like, you know, I'm better than them, or, you know, they can get on my level. Nothing like that. Or it wasn't about me blaming them. It wasn't about anger. You know how people who can be toxic to you, and when you realize that they're toxic, kind of like your first, oftentimes it's like awareness and acknowledgement of it happening, right? And then like your second step can oftentimes be like anger, because you've like opened your eyes and you see exactly what they are, right? And then you feel angry and you feel mad, and then you'll probably, you know, oftentimes people may distance themselves from those individuals or those people. It wasn't that, you know, when 2021 came around, I guess I had already been kind of sitting with it at the end of 20, and probably once COVID kind of hit, I just kind of start having these feelings of life is too short, right? And I just start having these feelings of life is too short to do, behave, be around anybody that I don't like. I'm sorry, I don't. And guess what else? I just started coming to the realization of, and I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Before I cared. I've always had a very, very small circle of friends. So that was never a really big issue for me, because I've just kept my circle small. I've told you guys that time and time again. So friends, that's never really been an issue for me. But I used to always kind of feel like, you know, when it came to like your family, you had to deal with them. You just have to suck it up and deal with it. 21 came around and I was like, no, you don't. No. No, you do not have to deal with it. And I just decided that I didn't like the negative feelings. I didn't like the negative way I felt, if, you know, when I got off the phone with a particular person or people, right? I didn't feel good. I didn't feel positive, right? And so when 21 came around, I said, that's it. I love you. I just started having the image of I just started coming from the point of view of, I love you and I can love you. I can love you from a distance, and I do love you, right? But I cannot allow, just because you are on a different pathway than me, and you on your own journey, and I'm on my journey, right? But in 21, I said, I'm no longer going to allow someone else who's on their own struggle, on their own journey in life, trying to figure out themselves and their life. That's not my struggle. Therefore, I cannot, and I can no longer allow somebody else's struggle and what they're going through to interfere with my goodness, right? I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to gossip to any other people about it. None of that. I just didn't want any parts of it. And it was all about not anger at all. It was when I had to release these people out of my life, it was a place, it came from a place of love. Like, I love you too much to continue any negative conversations, or I love you too much to kind of get wrapped up and get all involved in what's going on with you. I had finally come to the place where I could say, that's your struggle, not mine. And I need to let you go in peace and live your life. And I love you, and just let it go. You know what I mean? Just 21, to the beginning of 21 was just it's just time to let it go, right? Time to let go of relationships that haven't been beneficial for me for years, right? Time to let go of people who didn't bring me joy. I was looking at some of my old videos on this channel, and I ran across this video I had made about this book that I absolutely love. I think it was like the life-changing magic of not giving up. And I made a whole video about it. And I looked at that video and I thought to myself, wow, I was there back then. I was there back then. But something happened along the way that I started letting people back into my space, back into my world, that I should have let stay where they were, right? So, in addition to removing anybody that did not bring me joy, going back to that book, anybody that did not bring me joy, make me happy, that I was elated to be around, I made a very deliberate and conscious decision. They can't be in my world. They can't be in my world. And I cannot waste the energy on people and relationships that don't bring me joy. It's really as simple as that. So when I got through with one, that's a fuck on my finger. One, meditating, trying to remove all those negative thoughts, the anger, whatever. Anything not good, anything not positive, meditating, trying to get my head right at the start of my day and at the end of my day. Then I got to the point where I was like, well, I'm meditating to make sure to remove these negative thoughts, but I still had these people in my life and these conversations going on that made me think that weren't positive thoughts. So I was like, that has to go too. The energy just went right. When I did that, then I started working on my body. And I said, it's like I told you guys, it wasn't about anger. It wasn't about, oh, this person did this to me, this person did that. No. It was about love. Love for these people and acknowledgement and understanding that they going through their own thing. And it's no longer your place, Tracy, to make their thing your thing. Let it go. It's not your place, Tracy, to hoard any resentment or be mad about anything or anyone. Let it go. And because it came from love, what ended up happening was, then it was also about love for myself, right? A lot of times, when we get down to the nitty-gritty of it, we don't have love for ourselves, right? I've seen a lot of people act out, do crazy things, because they don't have love for themselves, no self-love. But that's not my reality. That's their reality. That's what they got to deal with. I can only deal with me. And so it came down to my own self-love, right? Putting myself first. So then I started looking inward at me. What else do you need to do to improve you? And I came, and then I started thinking about my diet. I started thinking about the alcohol. And if you guys know, I'm not really a huge like hard alcohol drinker, but y'all know I love I used to love my wine. Wine, baby, got to have my wine, baby, all of me. Dun, dun, dun. How does that song go? All of me, dun, 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 all of me. So I started looking at that wine thing, because I told y'all this is about inner healing. This is about self-love. This is not about nobody else but me. And I started saying to myself, and if you all don't know, I can sometimes have issues with control. I don't like no one trying to control me. I don't like nobody telling me what to do. Don't do it. That is the quickest way to see the exit sign. Don't tell me what to do. I got control issues. I can admit that. I know that. But I was like starting to feel like this wine had control over me. All of me. I ain't like that. And being the type of person that I am who loves to challenge myself, it started off as, well, it was like a day or two after New Year's. I was like, I think I'm ready to give this up. I wasn't thinking permanently. I was just like, I'm gonna do a 7-day cleanse. Okay? I'm gonna do a 7-day cleanse. I really did not think that I could do it, you guys. And when the thoughts came, like, oh, I didn't think I could do it, that's what just pushed me even harder, right? Because again, I don't like feeling like something has control over me. So I was like, oh, no. You will not barefoot, I was going to say barefoot contestant. And that is not the wine that I used to drink. It is barefoot though. But I think it's just barefoot. I was like, Pinot Grigio, you will not. Don't come for me. I was like, Pinot Grigio, you will not. Don't come for me, Pinot. I was like, I think Pinot Grigio trying to have a little hold on me. Baby, and I rebelled like I rebelled with anything and anybody who tried to control me. I was like, no, you will not. So it started off as a 7-day cleanse. I mean, damn. Yeah, it is so much meat in here, but I gotta cut this open. It's the claw. Look at this. And so these things were huge. I'm gonna make sure I got the meat out of these smaller ones. Hello. Oh, shoot, I can get some more in here too. So I was like, get back, Pinot. Get back. You will not. You will not. Back up, Pinot Grigio. And so it started off as a 7-day cleanse, along with all the rest of my cleansing. All right. So it started off as a 7-day cleanse. I did not think that I could do it, you guys. Those first, oh my God. Those first 3 days, I believe, 3 days were the absolute hardest. I just stayed busy though. You all know I stayed busy around working. I stay finding something to do around this house. It's like never done. It's always something to do. So I stayed busy. Those first 3 days were hard. I stayed busy. I did a whole lot more of my meditating. And I came through on the other side of those 3 days. And because I love to challenge myself, you guys, I was like, I think I'm hey, there's like some meat wrapped around some stuff. What is this, a little cartilage or something? So I was like, I'm gonna see how long I can go. Because I remember I was like watching a show. I forgot what this show was, but I was watching this show. It was like one of those dating shows or something like that. And I remember that, I forgot who, but one of the parties was saying, hey, they didn't drink. And the person that they chose, you know, to be with, they didn't want that person to drink either. And so I remember it was like a lot of the girls or something was kind of like, no, I can't do this. Because, no, I gotta have my drink. And I remember thinking when I was watching that show, I remember thinking to myself, could I just completely stop drinking my wine? But you know, I had to have my wine. I got to have my glass of wine every day. 5 o'clock come, I want my wine. Weekend come, I want my wine. Okay? And I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. Girlfriend, could you give up wine? And the fact that I could not answer that question emphatically, quickly, like, oh girl, yeah, do it in a heartbeat, bothered me. Bothered me. I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like the feeling that, you know, and then it just started making me think. And I was like, dang. You know, like when I go out of town and I get on the airplane, I always used to have to stop, get a glass of wine before I get on the airport. Before I get on the airplane. Like I said, after work, 5 o'clock. It was like my reward. I had a hard day. Glass of wine. And when I started thinking, I never thought about that. I didn't like that feeling. So, I think I'm done with this, you guys. There's still some little meat kind of left in this part. I think I'm done with that. So I didn't like that feeling. So I said, that's it. In addition to giving up, I was like, did the 7-day cleanse. After the 7-day cleanse, I was like, no, I'm good. Because I remember Jim saying, you know what? It's not a problem for you at all. Maybe just, you know, drink on the weekends or something if you just want to, you know, challenge yourself. And I remember I kept saying to him, no, you don't get it. All I can think about now is how hard those first 3 days were. I don't want to go through that every week, right? I don't want to drink on the weekends and then every Monday go through that pain of like withdrawal or, you know, wanting to, you know, that temptation, right? Being so strong every week. I was like, no, I don't, no, I'm good. I'm good with just leaving it alone. And so I'm not saying never will I have a glass of wine or a drink, but I'm kind of feeling like never. I'm not going to say never, because we all make mistakes, right? Things happen. And I want to have that window, right, of allowing myself to make mistakes, because we all do. But I'm kind of feeling like I think I'm done with that. I think I'm done with that. I am really enjoying just being completely just high on life. Just, I mean, it's actually just euphoric for me to just know that I don't need that. I don't need that crutch. I don't need it. And I can still have a good time. I can still go out with my baby. I can still go out with the family, have an absolutely amazing time. I can still do all the things that I used to do and have a great time. And it just was like an eye-opener, like you just did not need it. So that's what I'm on. In addition to that, the meditation, removing negative people, negative thoughts, negativity, and just looking at things through a lens of just love for myself, love for people. I've ridden my body of toxic things like the alcohol, and because what I realized, it is actually a toxin, you know, the alcohol. And in addition to that, I start fasting. I really like to fast, you know, at least like maybe 2 or 3 days a week. I like to do a fast. I'm trying to work myself back up to, and I've done it before, where I did a 72-hour fast. And so I only want to do those maybe once or twice a year, but I need to work up to that. And so about twice a week I'll do like 24-hour fast or something like that. Definitely when I do mukbangs, I don't eat for like 24 hours before I do the mukbang. But yeah, that's where I am. Just a total cleansing, mental clarity, meditation, and just good vibes. So that's my mukbang. I send you guys all positive energy, all good vibrations. Like I said, I plan on making my videos and coming back at least once a week with you guys and hanging out with you guys. And so I was just good sitting down talking with you guys. It's been so long. I absolutely enjoyed these crab legs. I'm sure I'll probably have them again. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Hopefully I'll catch y'all next week. Talk to you later. Bye.